It is our weekly chat with Kyle McCord. Well, no chat last week with the bye week, but great to have you back in here, Kyle. And I imagine the bye week was all the better coming off a win like that against NC State.
Yeah.
How nice was that to enjoy the weekend off coming off that dub?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you don't really get to watch too much college football, and so to be able to watch some of the noon games and then caught some of the big night games, the Texas-Georgia game, and then watching some Sunday NFL football as well was nice.
All right, we've all spent the last week doing what one does. You got a bye week, you're halfway through the season, we all hand out report cards and the whole thing. Grade the team right now, Kyle. Where are you guys at? How are you feeling halfway through the season?
Yeah, I mean, 5-1 obviously would love to be 6-0, but I know I said this after we lost Stanford that, if we rebound from it and learn from it and then go on a run, it could be the best thing that happened to us. And I feel like we're doing that, but at the same time, I don't think that we've played our best version of football yet, which is exciting, given that, we're 5-1. We have opportunity to still go out and, accomplish what we set out to do. So, I think good, but I think there's still a lot of room for improvement. So that's what everybody's trying to achieve now.
And it also feels like, right, the room for improvement is reasonable, right? It's not like, well, if we start doing all these crazy things, it feels like you have like 4 or 5 incremental things you guys can do to get a lot better. Is that the feel in the locker room?
Yeah, 100%. I think at times on both sides of the ball, we show it. Like on offense, there are times where no one can stop us and we go right down the field and score. And then there are times where we stop ourselves either with penalties or, I miss a read or miss a throw or whatever the case may be. And then on defense, I think kind of the same extent. When they're on, I feel like they're one of the best defenses in the country. And then, if they have a missed assignment or, someone's not doing their job, then that's when there's a letdown. So it's all things that we can control, which is the good thing. And so I think now is just learning from our mistakes in the first half and, looking to build on what we've done so far going into the second part of the season.
Yeah, and here you go, back half of the season. You've got Thursday night this week, then it'll be 5 straight Saturdays in November to close it out. Let's get into this NC State game here a little bit. We haven't gotten a chance to talk with you about it. A little lower scoring, I guess, than you've been involved in, but it felt like you had reasonably solid control of the game throughout. Did it feel like that during the game? They're like, all right, we have a grasp of what's going on here.
Yeah, I think we moved the ball extremely well. I think we only punted one time, and it was at the end of the half,
right?
To kind of run the clock out. But I mean, we just feel like we left a lot of points on the field, especially in the red zone. I think we had a few red zone trips where we came away with nothing. So I think if we just finish the drives and finish in the red zone, then it's a completely different game. But I felt like we did have control of the entire game, but still I think need to work on just putting teams away because there was a chance for us to really put our foot down, and I don't feel like we exactly did that. So that's another thing that we just continue to have to learn from and just look to improve upon that because I felt like we did play good football on both sides of the ball, but I wouldn't say it was a complete game by any means.
Yeah, you guys are up 24-7 early in the fourth quarter. You end up winning the game by 7, but you'll take them all at this point. And, have you started surveying the ACC landscape here? Do you guys look around at what else is going on, or is that not in what you're doing right now?
I mean, yes and no. I think obviously like you'll just watch the games. Like I was watching the Miami-Louisville game on Saturday, and then you look around. I think the conference is open, and it's just going to be a matter at this point of who can go on a run and who can play their best football going into the second part of the season.
I look through some of the things we've seen recently, like LeQuint's having a fantastic season, right? Like he hasn't run for 100 yards, but who cares, right? Because you look at his total yardage right now. It just feels like he's building as the year goes on. What are you seeing midway through from LeQuint?
Yeah, I think that he's, he makes the offense go. I think that he runs the ball extremely hard. In pass protection, he's been phenomenal all year. I don't think he's getting enough credit for that. And then catching the ball in the backfield too. Like you said, I don't think he's had a 100-yard game, but I think every single game, all-purpose yards, he's
over 100 every game, basically.
Over 100. And so he's done a great job. Obviously, his volume isn't as high as it was last year. But I think he's playing at an extremely high productive rate, which is really helping the offense.
I forget the exact number right now, Kyle, but it's like 6 or 7 catches away, I think, from setting the single season running back catches record. You've only played half the season, I guess, tells you, all right, maybe he's not running the ball, but like he's doing plenty, right, to move the ball forward.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's such a good receiver out of the backfield, and I think when you know you have that option, you necessarily don't have to try to force it down the field. If LeQuint can get out and a check down, dumping it off to him, he's going to do a good job of catching the ball and making something happen. And I think that we've seen that multiple times this year.
I've been fascinated here the last, 3 or 4 games maybe, when you start really noticing, and the numbers have really been building up recently. You guys are a pass-first team, yet you're also a time of possession team, which it's not that those things don't normally go together. Is that a focus, or is that just happenstance at this point?
I think it just happens. I mean, obviously, going into any game, you want to control the ball, but I think that's not at the forefront of anyone's mind. We're just trying to move the ball and put drives together. And I think some of that is just, making sure that we're staying on track with completions. But I think especially recently, we've been running the ball better, which has been helping the pass game out, keeping the defense honest.
Kyle McCord with us. It's our weekly visit with Kyle, as he always joins us, presented by Davidson Ford and Davidson Chevy. One of the numbers we've talked a lot about this week and last, Kyle, is your guys' performance on third down. You're currently second best in the country behind Miami, so no surprise both of you guys are having success. What is it about the third downs that's working for you? Is it getting in third and manageable? Is it being calm? What is it that's making it work on third down for you?
Yeah, you hit it. I think it's being in third and manageable, and just giving yourself a shot. And I mean, when you're constantly in third and long, if you hit 1 out of 4, I think that's really good if you're in third and extra long. But when you're in third and manageable, I think the playbook is really open. You can throw it. I think if you're in 4-down territory, which we have been, and sometimes you can run it and get the first down. And I think it opens the playbook up. And so I think we've been doing a good job of staying on schedule with first and second down, having positive plays, and staying ahead of the change. And then, like you said, just giving ourselves a good opportunity on third and manageable to go and convert, and guys are making plays and getting open.
Kyle McCord's with us as we're getting you ready now for Houston, Pittsburgh. Yet another Thursday night game. It's another NFL stadium. Well, what's the opportunity here in this game? They're 6-0, 5-1. I've been saying this for a week now. This is the biggest Cuse Pitt game that I can remember, and these games happen literally every year.
Yeah. I think obviously they're a really good opponent. You don't get to 6-0 by accident. Watching the film, they're talented on both sides of the ball. And like you said, I think for a rivalry like this it's fitting that both teams are playing at a high level right now. And I think there's a lot on the line, obviously, going into the game on Thursday. And I know we'll be up for it, and I know they will be as well. So we're excited.
For you, a Jersey guy down by the Philly area, like it was Pitt. Pitt's not that far away, the other side of the state there. Was this a team you paid attention to growing up, or are they a little outside your radar?
They recruited me a little bit in high school. I really grew up watching Rutgers and Penn State. Those were really the two teams that just where I was really paid attention to. But then obviously I think they had Kenny Pickett, he's a South Jersey guy, and so to see what he did there, that's when I really started to watch them, and I think they've kind of been on the rise every single year. They've just been taking steps in the right direction.
All right, what's the key for this game? Thursday night, bright lights. What's it take to win this one this week?
I think just focusing on ourselves, making sure that we do the little things right, playing extremely hard, just being tough, and because I feel like when we've done those things, it's not necessarily about the opponent. When we've done those things, we've had success. And so they're going to be a good team. There's no doubt about it. But I think that if we can come out and, like I said, just execute in the different situations and focus on the little details, I think that everybody will be happy with the performance.
All right, we're all looking forward to this one. Figures to be another fascinating game to watch, Kyle. Good luck. We'll talk next week.
Thank you.
And if you missed any of the Kyle McCord show earlier,